We're going to have Sassy run after some grapes like a little puppy. Come on out, Sassy. There she is in one of the crates that I use, or hide box that I built. I have a video on that. Have a couple of videos on that. Let's see, she's going to see the grapes. She's going to come to me. Come here, Sasser. With her busted tail. Oh, okay. And we're going to roll them. She's going to run after them. She likes grapes. Where's Sassy? Go get it. Oh, go get it. I soak my grapes in apple cider vinegar. Makes them taste better. Also cleans them off from parasites. A lot of fruit, I'm finding out from the grocery store, even though you can't see it, just washing it off with water alone does not get rid of some of the microscopic parasites, or even bigger parasites than microscopic. The apple cider, the acidic part of the apple cider vinegar helps to kill a lot of the bacteria that's on the fruit, and helps more than just washing. Simple video today, just throwing grapes, watching Sassy go chase the grapes. She's always hungry now. Whoo, man, in 2025, this summer, these Tegus are just full of energy and full of fight to eat and mate. They are just turning into awesome little creatures. Sassy will must jump at my hand thinking it's food. She's never bitten me. She just always thinks that there's food in my hand. And there's not usually food in my hand, but sometimes there is. See how she walks up real tall? See, she's coming up to the camera because she's thinking food. But no, 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 girl, I don't have food. Let's see how Sassy walks, real elevated, like sometimes alligators slide. They walk and they kind of slide their body, but then other times alligators walk upright with their bellies pretty far off the ground for an alligator. Okay, Sassy, that's not food. She's thinking the strap is food. That's not food. That's my fingers underneath the camera. Now show them how you walk. Might watch me get a finger nipped. Sassy's really good though. Look how she walks. She's like a 4x4 Tegu. 4x4. 4x4 girl. Some people would say that she's not agitated, but some would say she's agitated, she's aggressive, she's upset because she's walking, she's ballooning up herself. All the signs, classic. You're abusing your Tegu. That's a mean Tegu, and you're abusing it. Blah 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 blah. But that's just how Sassy works. That's why she's got the name Sassy. That's the whole reason she's called Sassy Girl. Mac will walk and drag his belly and pretty much have all this flat on the ground and just kind of slide as he walks. Sassy's always been this way from when she was a baby up to 4 years old. Yeah, right, girl. She's sweet. Let me get some more grapes. Okay. Every day, Mac gets put in the tub and he goes to the bathroom. I've already drained the tub, where it's going to wash out the rest of the residue. This handle is really a godsend. I love this attachment that you can put on your shower head up at the top, or the pipe that comes out of the wall. Make sure that's not too hot. Ooh, it is kind of hot. Kind of hot. Mac likes it sprinkled on him. Not necessarily his head, but his body. See how I'm hitting his body with the water streams? And Matt kind of shed about 60% of his body today. I had him in there and I was helping him peel off. Alright, that's got the tub. He's all clean from his poopy in my house, but here's all Mac's shed skin. He shed a lot of his, probably, about 65% of his body. Or as Ronnie Mac likes to say, 69% of his body. Google Ronnie Mac. Ronnie Mac. Okay. Well, this is Mac. I guess it's funny that I mentioned Ronnie Mac, but this is Big Mac, my Tegu. Named him that 4 years and a couple of months ago. He's ready to come out of the tub. All right, back to Sassy. I still have some boxes in here, but that's okay. The Tegus can't hurt that. All right, there's... Oh, Sassy, don't come running at my feet. That scares me. Here, I got grapes. Here, go get it. Kind of hard to judge how hard I'm throwing a grape. I don't want to throw it too far and have her lose it. She's pretty good. Oh, almost went in there. Loves grapes, loves berries. Both my Tegus love all the berries, all the different colored grapes. Try to give a good throw on one here. She loves to have live mice, and which is kind of cruel, I think, in a sense. Go run after a live mouse, put one on here on the floor, and let her hunt it down. It's a massacre. She loves to run after a mouse or a rat. That is like the best thing ever. But again, it's pretty gruesome, and it's not good for the mouse or the rat, and it doesn't sound pleasant. So I don't do it very often. I have a lot of feelings for the rats and the mice. I raised mice when I was a child, and raised hundreds of mice for these guys when they were young. When the Tegus were young, I raised baby mice and had a few hundred of them. And I got attached to a couple of the mice that grew up, and had them and kept them until they passed away from old age, which is about 2.5, 3 years. It's about how long they live. Stopped raising mice because it's a pain in the butt and it's kind of smelly. And the mice and the rat fights. They fight as they grow up. Some don't like each other, as in humans, and they'll hurt each other. And you have to separate the males and the females, or you'll have 1,000 mice or rats in 6 months. They breed and interbreed so fast, and then you get some that grow up and they don't live very long because they have interbred, and they have organ defects and things like that. And it's just kind of sad. Like everything, you want to broaden your horizons when you go to breeding, and you want to space out those genes and get new animals that have no relation to to the animal that you're breeding, and that's just healthy. But here's Sassy's tail. As you can see, it's already kind of blocked off, hardened up, And that's how the first time that happened, and then she'll start growing. It'll start growing out, hopefully, into a regenerated tail. Isn't that right, sweetheart? Oh, I love you so much. Yeah. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. There's her bite mark that she took from Mac. 2 bites to Sassy that were not good. That's enough signs that Mac and Sassy will. I'll never put them together again. Even have them likely one in one arm and one in the other arm, and carry them around together. They just will never be back because they grew up together. 4 years together, very, very close, living on top of each other, sleeping around each other, eating together, everything. Mac and Sassy lived together in the same small cage, small as in for a Tegu, which is like 4 foot by 8 foot, and then when the closet was about 4 foot by about 4.5 feet for the first couple of years of their lives. Time for Sassy to shed next. Isn't that right, Sassy? There's Mac. He's going behind the washer and dryer. Oh man, I need to have the dog door up when Mac is out. Can't have the dog door open. He'll go out that dog door, never be seen again. I got a screen back there that makes it kind of difficult for them to go. They like to go back there, sometimes sleep because it's cool. Tegus like to be cool instead of warm, a whole bunch. Picked up some Sour Patch at the airport, been snacking on those for the last couple of days. Sassy's grapes, but I eat grapes too, so I'm going to enjoy some of these grapes. And then reheat me one of my double grilled cheese, extra butter sandwiches that I've had in the refrigerator for a couple of days. Back from the airport, ready to get back into editing photos and doing my job. Mac loves grapes. Let's see if we can get Mac to run after a few grapes. Here, Mac, Mac. It's dark in this section of the house. Video quality, if you're not a video or a photo guy, video quality drops as it gets dark. It gets grainy. It's not as sharp. He's not as good at picking up things from the ground. Hey, goober. Open up wide. Go get that grape. Mac walks around the house for about 4 hours a day, you gotta be weary of Mac because you turn your head, and that's when, and not looking at him or watching him, and that's when you're gonna take a bite to the foot, the knee, or your hand. Gotta be always paying attention with Mac. Remember, grab them behind the head. That way, if you grab them here or grab them on the foot or the tail or something, they can turn around easily and get your hand. Grab them right there to control them. You put your weight on them, grab them right behind the head. They'll shake their head, but if you got a good grasp, you don't want to hurt them, but you just want to grab them right there. It's perfect handle. And then you point them away from you. Spin them around. It gets their mind off what they're focusing on. He'll just walk around the house, loop around the house like 30 times. Just, you can hear his nails clicking on the ground. He just walks around in circles for hours and hours and hours, probably looking for Sassy or a mate. Yesterday, two of my boas shed, Manny and Leo shed. This is probably Leo's shed right here. It ripped in a spot, and the little portion of the tail came off. But Manny, my Nicaraguan boa, did a perfect shed, and that's his shed. I just put him on here and let him dry out. And then the cat will come in, and typically, if I let him, and he'll destroy them. The cat loves to shred these up, and he will. The other day I was at Pet Supplies Plus. That's a pet store, exotic pet store, dog, cat store that we have here locally in Dallas, Texas. These Power Sun UVB ballasted mercury vapor bulb lamps are super expensive, and they have become, in the last couple of years, with the cut down on wasteful lights, with the consuming power lights, these have become ultra expensive. Oh my gosh, I've seen these at Petco at the local stores for $100. This is the 160 watt. This is the biggest one, puts out the most heat and the most UVB. I saw these at that pet store that I mentioned. They were $88 and they were marked down to $63. So I was like, man, I got to jump on that and get that. Max sitting under his Power Sun UVB 160 watt bulb right now with another mercury vapor bulb that's 100 watts, but it doesn't put out nearly the power that the Power Sun from Zoomed puts out. That's who makes that bulb, is the Zoomed company. Kind of a premium company for reptile supplies. And there's Mac's Mac Sassy used to share this cage, but now it's one or the other only. So there's Mac running around in substrate moisture. Humidity is about 65% to 70% in this room. So it's pretty high humidity. And there goes Mac down in his, from my loud voice, down in his underground little cavity there that I've built him. You can see his tail hanging out.